It's the Chip and Lance Show with Chip and Lance.
Lance, I am experiencing a dramatic negative response to dolorous events.
You're sad, Chip?
Lance, old friend, you sure got away with those things. What are they again? Verbal things you use to communicate. They have letters. What are those things called?
Chip, now, I want to ask you a question, but before I do, I need you to make me a promise.
Sure thing, Lance. I promise to eat 14 cheeseburgers sometime in the next 400 years.
No, I get to choose the promise, Chip.
Oh.
Well, here's the promise I want you to make, Chip. No more jetpacks.
No! More jetpacks!
Chip, did you just say no more jetpacks or no, comma, more jetpacks?
I said no more, comma, jetpacks, as in stop talking to me in my dreams, jetpacks.
What's got you down?
I'm standing up, Lance. You silly goose.
Chip, dang it all, you let that goose back in the house.
But it's so silly.
You don't like me, Chip.
Nonsense, Lance, get down.
Don't look at me like that, Goose.
Don't let him get you down, Lance.
I'll make him into down, as in a down pillow, you dumb goose.
That was a terrible pun, Lance.
Dumb goose. No more geese, Chip. No more geese.
No, more geese.
Oh, for Pete's sake, Chip. Anyhow, what's got you sad, Chip?
Dolorous events, Lance.
Oh, for Pete's sake, can we skip it this time, Chip, and just get to the actual problem?
You remember what you were saying that one time about reading books and making the most of our time in the Velveteen?
Well, I do remember saying something about the quarantine, Chip.
Huh?
Oh, never mind. Go ahead, Chip.
Today I read the entire history of Harry Potter. Again.
Now, that wasn't necessarily what I was...
And it got me so sad. You remember that one time where Harry wasn't allowed back at Hogwarts because of events I will not mention?
I'd appreciate it if you didn't, Chip, as I haven't actually finished.
Lord Voldemort had control.
Oh, no, Chip.
Oh, I'm sorry, Lance. He who must not be named had control
Chip, no.
I was so sad that Harry and his friends didn't get to go back to Hogwarts. Although I do still think all them kids should have got spankings for using magic.
What would the characters do if there was no magic, Chip?
Every time somebody tried to go through that brick wall to get to the train station, they'd bonk their head. It'd be fun.
And you'd read 7 books about that, Chip?
Sure, if that was all she wanted to write. Well, hey, Lance, I tell you, I'd even see one tremendously long and boring play, 2 terrible prequel movies, a giant pointless website, and a forthcoming movie that had just been announced. All about brick walls and the heads that bump up on them, Lance.
Oh, for Pete's sake, Chip, no. Why were you sad again, anyhow?
'Cause minus all the wizard and tomfoolery, Hogwarts seemed like
like a drafty old castle?
Like a place of wonder and joy. But all them kids were robbed by dolorous events, Lance. It made me so mad I wish I could have fought Voldemort myself to give them all a normal childhood.
What on earth are you talking about, Chip?
Well, Lance, all over the world there are boys and girls that don't get to finish up their year at Hogwarts or take their owls or say goodbye to their friends or just be normal kids in school. And it makes me so very, very sad for them.
Well, that is very sad, Chip.
Oh, well, all them kids can be just like Harry and Ron and what's that girl's name? Gandalf?
You mean that, all the kids who are out there changing schools and who don't get to finish their last year or say goodbye to their friends, they're all sort of like Harry and Ron and Hermione, because they're kind of doing it to help save the world. Not from a wizard, but from this invisible enemy known as the coronavirus.
Invisible enemy? Lance, you just solved the problem. Lord Voldemort has returned, and he's got the invisibility cloak. He's pretending to be this virus. We need to find the Horcruxes right now. All students at Hogwarts, listen to me. Grab your wands and go to the Forbidden Forest.
Chip. You know these stories are fictional, right?
Sure I do, Lance. But other than that, they're completely true. Of course, part of the problem is that Lord Voldemort can fly with his dang magic. Lance, you wouldn't happen to have a broom or a buckbeak or a thestral or a dragon or...
Afraid not, Chip.
Oh, well, me neither, Lance. Let's see. Fly, fly, how do we fly? Jetpacks, Lance!
Saxophone Joe took yours away, Chip.
Curse that North American saxophone of Lance! Always one step ahead of me.
One small step ahead of Chip.
Saxophone Joe!
One giant leap ahead of mankind. Here's your jetpack, Chip. You've earned it.
I passed the test!
Proud of you, kid.
I am not going on another jetpack adventure with you, Chip.
Well,
What was that bizarre and slightly off-putting and somewhat creepy laugh about there, Chip?
Lance, it's cause you might not have noticed, but while you're talking, I took the liberty of tying your jetpack, which of course comes from the other NASA and was never taken from you, to your back.
How on earth?
Also, I have a remote to start it with from 6 feet away. Good luck finding the Horcrux, Lance.
Chip! Dang it all, well, at least I don't have any actual enemies that can fly, and... Oh no, Goose! No! No! Get off me! Leave me alone! Let me be! I hate you! Ow! 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 Stop! Ow! Ow! No! Ah! Ow! Ow! Chip!
Well, Lance, we learned a valuable lesson today. That goose really didn't like you after all.
Yeah, you got that right.
You know, Lance, I'm glad what happened between you and him up in the sky there hasn't affected my relationship with him, because we still like each other a lot.
He tried to kill me while I was 10,000 feet up in the air, Chip.
Is that why you punched the goose in the head, Lance, leaving him with severe migraines?
Chip, I just said he tried to kill me.
Well, anyway, I'm sure you two will sort it out.
Oh, whatever, Chip.
And there's another valuable lesson, Lance.
And what's that, Chip?
Even though it's hard to be away from friends and school, missing out on all those important life events, sometimes even missing out on saying goodbye, it's a sacrifice we can make to fight the invisible enemy. That's pretty great.
Chip, you gotta stop talking nonsense and, actually, that was a pretty good point, Chip.
Oh, shucks, Lance.
Think nothing of it, Chip.
No, you're standing in a giant pile of corn shucks, Lance.
What? Ah!
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 Wait. That's not so bad.
Well, that's true, Lance. But it sounds